Hello. I just did a review. I'm doing another one. This one I kind of slept on for a week, and I wish I hadn't. It is Brauch by the Hirsch Effekt. This one's gonna be short. I'm going to just give you my opinion, and hopefully you kind of explore this one for yourselves because it's really hard to talk about. Um, I really like it, and title track is great. The singles like Die Brücke are really cool. Der Doppelgänger is probably my favorite track on the album, but it's I'm looking at the track list right now. Um, full of bangers. Ending the ending is really good. I'm a little hesitant because I'm trying to remember it. That is one of the downfalls with this album is from the Hirsch Effect. I think their previous two albums were a bit more memorable. Um, Urian especially is phenomenal. I wish I had been doing this back then so I could have reviewed that album. That album is fantastic. This is just like half a step down from their last album, but it's still worth a listen. You know, if you don't know the Hirsch Effect, they're a German metal band, kind of progressive, kind of a mixture, and I like that. I like the mixture of genres. They kind of blend that really well. This album might have some of their best choruses. Um, very intense, a lot of emotion. There's one part in Das Seil that there's hard cuts and like pure silence between hard cuts where it's like noise, silence. I think is extremely creative, and not a lot of people use silence and hard cuts in this genre as much as I realize that I'd like. I like it forces you to pay attention. And where the music kind of asks for your attention throughout the album, if you don't speak German, you're not going to know what's going on. There's not a lot of lyrics posted. I mean, this came out like a week and a half ago, and I barely know any German. I heard Jeden Tag in the first song, and I'm like, that means every day, right? That's it's like Rammstein, if you're gonna, unless you know German, or I guess any band that doesn't sing in English, you you kind of have to get over needing to understand the lyrics to enjoy the music. And that's something that like Rammstein and like listening to opera kind of taught me. So obviously there's that gap. But I think even if you struggle listening to music, you don't know you can't understand lyrically, I think the music makes up for it. And also just I think German is probably one of the best languages to sing for metal music. I heard it described. I think someone was reviewing a Rammstein record, and I heard it described as like the metal of languages, which I think is really cool way to look at language, like German is the metal of languages. And that's I'm not familiar with every language. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of agree. So, I'm listening to this album. Don't know what's going on. Every once in a while I hear a word I can pick up on. But as an experience, I think this is well worth it. I'd say this is like a 7 7.5, maybe an 8 out of 10. Um, there's some catchy moments. I think it's well paced, and it's as short as it needs to be. It's as long as it needs to be. I can't imagine cutting anything out. I can't imagine it would need anything more. I feel like anything more would feel like filler. I think this is very intentional, as most of their records are. And I recommend it. It is worth your time. If you're looking for metal from like a progressive standpoint, even if you're not really into progressive metal, it's kind of like an easy listening progressive metal. Like, it's not in your face, this is progressive, this is experimental. It just borrows elements of like odd time signatures every once in a while. You don't have to be a progressive band to do that. I know grunge, like Soundgarden, played around with progressive or odd time signatures, and film music does it all the time. But the best way to label it as music is like kind of progressive metal, kind of. But it's like, if you're looking to get into progressive metal, this is like a first steps, it gives you tastes of it, but it's mostly like kind of metalcore. I realized I've been spending most of this video trying to describe the music. You should just listen to it. It's 48 minutes, well worth the time. It's even like, if you want to just listen to it on in the background, I'm sure that's a good experience. But like, I feel like it wants your attention when you listen to it, and I feel like if you do like it, you might not do anything. Like, I was driving listening to this, and it was hard for me to focus in the store because I was walking around a store with my earbuds in listening to this for the first time, and I was like, I kind of wish I weren't in public so I could rock out to this, Anyway, the Hirsch Effekt. Der Brauch. Have you heard it before? Did you like it? Did you not like it? If you haven't heard it, listen to it. I think I've said everything that I want to say about it. I really like it. I really like it. It's this good guitar work. Drums are great. The production is probably the best part of it. And then those choruses, so catchy, so good. Exactly what you want in like this format of like progressive pop metal. This is me signing off. Until next time, which will be very soon, because we still got a couple more albums to talk about. It's been a long week, so that's why I'm still wearing this shirt. I still got that album in the back because a lot of music came out, and I'm excited to talk about it. So until next time.